Welcome back to Honorbound, Redemption of the New Guard, or maybe not Redemption of the New Guard,
We'll see how it
or
goes.
maybe No
Ren
Honor.
seems to be slipping back into his old ways.
Just
Murder bound, as somebody pointed out in chat. Okay, so it's been interesting developments. What's happening here? Because
I
I
don't
think
know.
you guys,
We
you
basically
guys
just
are
knocked
still
everyone the fuck out.
Yeah.
Bad guys, good guys. The town is our bitch. And
Okay.
What are the town people doing as we were fighting Elaine and slaying
like
elves?
you were behind a house here. They're kind of like trying to figure out what's happening. People are going back to the houses. Others are being questioned.
Wait.
There's a lot of confusion.
Okay, so
they were fighting cultists apparently while we were fighting cultists.
Right.
So I don't
They,
understand.
they were not fighting cultists. The cultists like basically just fell over and
well,
seemed to have
Elaine said
no
that she
memory.
was fighting and was killing cultists.
No,
So it
she
sounds
said she
like-
was fighting. There were no killing. She actually mentioned that she couldn't kill them. That's why she was
Couldn't?
eventually. Yeah, there were still humans. It was mentioned last session.
Okay.
Well, for her, there were still humans, and she didn't kill them.
Okay.
We were also unarmed. I think she was talking about the congregation as they were fleeing from the desecrated temple. So there was chaos in the streets, but I guess no one. I'm surprised that elf was unconscious. I don't know what happened, but
Yeah, I mean, you don't know what happened.
anyways, so we're in this alley. So Darren, I look to you. Are we splitting town? Are we getting the hell out of here?
Probably, yeah. Otherwise, these people. I mean, if we're not going to kill these guys, when they wake up, they're just going to go report our last known location, and there'll be a horde of people coming to kill us very soon.
Oh. I clung to that guy pretty good. I think we've got a couple hours before he wakes up.
I'm sure.
Martha,
should we-
I think
Martha,
our head start would be a little bit better though if they just, weren't alive.
Martha, give me a perception check.
Does it have to be perception?
Yes.
Just
What'd you roll?
Martha, not the rest of us.
Just Martha. Martha,
You know, there is
don't
a
see any-
passive perception for these sorts of things.
Yes.
Okay.
He's aware.
Okay. You don't see anything. Continue on. Whatever you
Okay.
guys will do.
Okay.
So do we need to do anything with the body of your former master, Martyr?
If I leveled, we could animate dead. I would find some great irony in that.
Do we want to take his body with us? I need to go back to the inn. All of my shit's there.
Yeah, I think we should burn his body just to be safe.
Very well. So we go back into the desecrated temple, into the back room.
Okay. You,
Any opposition, or can we just set his body on fire?
you just go into the temple. You look around for his body, and his body is not there.
Shit.
What the fuck? Is the body of the worm thing still there?
Yes.
Five fucking grumbling. I search the room.
Time for another DM hack spare! Yay!
I'm gonna roll an investigation check first off.
Roll it.
I'll help him investigate, so I guess that gives him
Actually,
advantage.
my perception is a lot better, but I don't know that I can justify that. Critical. Boom.
You look around. You see where the body has been. The blood has been spurted here. You think like if the body has been moved, there should be stains. There should be blood in other parts, and like the body being dragged. But there's
it's not.
nothing. It's not.
Right.
It seems like
I'm-
it just vanished.
I guess I'll take 10 minutes and cast a detect magic. What is the rest?
And with that,
the rest of the party
investigate check. So do you investigate only this room? What's the
Yes.
Okay, good.
What's the range? I don't. It's
No,
not.
you can
explicit.
investigate check. You declare.
I guess so. I investigate the whole world. Tell me this.
Okay.
Tell me this. Tell me the meaning of life, Chucky.
Meaning of life.
All right. So I announced that I'm gonna search for magic auras, but it'll take me 10 minutes.
All right.
And I start going, or whatever a 10-minute ritual looks like.
Awesome. Everybody else? Farron, Martha?
I go trying to, what do you call it? Gauge the situation that the rest of the people are in, like the townspeople. What are they doing?
So you kind of gauge around what, and you see like a lot of just cloaks thrown out. The people held at sword point are not anymore, and basically everybody's kind of calming down. They're still trying to like figure out exactly what happened,
Cool.
but it doesn't seem like any more weapons are out.
I go
Nobody's
back
fighting
to
anybody.
the inn then and grab my bow. And
Go
my
back to
arrows
the inn.
and
You
all my
grab your
gear.
bow.
I grab all my. In fact, I grab the gear for the whole party, and I haul it back out to everyone.
On your way out, John just asks you, "Hey, Farron, what happened?"
What do you mean? What happened?
Who the fuck's John?
The bartender. The bartender.
Weren't
And
you
he
outside?
says-
Didn't you see?
They just fell to the ground. They don't have any memory of this. They, what? What just happened? What do you guys do in there?
I put my hand on his shoulder, looked deeply into his eyes, and said, "We saved your life. That's what happened." And then I turn around and haul the rest of the gear out back to the rest of the party.
My backpack
Have you
weighs
seen a rain?
63 pounds.
I don't give a shit. I drag it behind me then. It'll get all scuffed up and dinged. 63 pounds? What do you have in there, plate mail?
I'm packed like a backpacker. I mean, it's all the shit that I started with.
I guess my backpack
But it's
weighs
like
47 pounds.
Yeah, it's like a huge. It's not like a little backpack. It's like a full-on traveling backpack with like a bedroll strapped to the side and some pots.
All right,
dangling
so I
off
guess
the
I'll
back.
take a sheathed short sword, run it through the different backpacks, and like use that to pull them behind me because it's like
Yeah.
probably 150 pounds worth of gear between the three of us.
Yeah.
And I just haul all the shit out to the rest of the party, drop it on the ground, and go, huh, "Here's our shit. We should probably leave today."
Yeah. We're leaving in 10 minutes.
Okay. Where'd Martor go?
I cast Mend on the parts of the crystal ball that I have.
Aw, snap. I don't think that can bring back its magic properties, but it will mend the crystal ball.
It can repair magical items, assuming they are still magical. So if the shards are magical, it brings
They
it back.
weren't. We detected.
I don't know. Maybe Chucky didn't think about it.
Yeah, it probably would have worked until you said something, Ryan.
No, I don't know that. So you just like you cast mend on it. The shards go back to. I mean, you fix the crystal ball, but there's no magic in it.
All right. I like pet the crystal ball. I tell it it's a really good crystal ball.
Oh.
Be a good crystal ball for me and show me where my master's dead body is.
All right. So
No, nothing. All right.
I'm going to announce that as my 4th level feat, I took Heavy Armor Master. I'm getting more and more comfortable with my suit of my lobstered plate, and I have grown stronger. My muscles bulge, and it's starting to fit me like a second skin. 3 points of damage reduction to all non-magical slashing, piercing, and bludgeoning damage, and +1 to strength. All right, does anyone else have anything to do in those 10 minutes, or shall we get the results of that detect magic, if any?
Well, I'm gonna look for like drag marks or something. See if I can see if someone came in and took the body and how they left. Which I guess is perception or investigate, one of the two.
Yeah, you can go ahead and roll. I already critical then investigate, and I didn't get any of that information.
Were you specifically looking for track marks?
He said there weren't any, but
Okay, I'll roll an Arcana
maybe
check.
you can notice something I didn't.
See if there's any residual magic of any kind. 9.
You see or detect nothing. In those 10 minutes, Farron, do you want to do anything else?
Well, he goes and gets our gear.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
my
Go
10
and get
minutes
it.
is gear grabbing and being
Okay, good.
dramatic.
And after that, Bowen, you sense.
So-
What's give me the specific thing of the spell.
Yeah, I can read you the spell description. I was hoping that there may still be an aura of like a teleportation or something like that if he had cast it to leave, or if it had been triggered to cast when he leaves. Let me detect magic. You sense the presence of magic within 30 feet. If If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn its school, if any, can penetrate barriers, blah, blah, blah. So I guess if there's any object that has been touched by the magic. I'm more thinking like the area. It's like the location, like the floor. There's still a lingering aura of where the teleport went off. I mean, it's up to you as a DM to decide.
That sounds good. And I'm gonna give you that there is a black aura around slight black aura around the place where the body has been before. What's the range of the spell?
30 feet.
Okay, good. It is, and then the black in your eyes turns to gray, and a gray you recognize. A gray you have seen before.
Yeah. Symbology in my dreams. It's a little too deep of a metaphor for Bowen to interpret. But I will announce that I can, detect the faintest of magical auras where the body used to be. I think he's been teleported away. Perhaps whatever he activated in the mirror still continued, even though the object itself was destroyed. Or maybe this is some other worldly intervention. In any case, I doubt we've seen the last of this guy. Shall we split town?
Yeah, let's get the hell out of here.
All right. Backpack on. And let's go. Where are we in the world, and where do we want
You are in Wolof. Where do you guys want to go? The road takes you west and east of here.
So we came from the east.
First, we get our horses.
Yes,
Because what's her
these
name
were at
bought
the
us
stables.
horses.
No, we bought them.
Damn it.
She just got us a discount.
She gave you a horse by her own horse, one of her own horses.
Right, and we bought two.
I will, yeah. So I guess if we're heading back to Elaine can wake up unconscious in an alley. It's fine.
She'll
This is
just
a
show up
safe town.
behind us no matter what, somewhere. It'll be fine.
She's gonna pop up.
Yeah. Well, party, where do you want to go?
There was some shit in the east that we still had to take care of, or we can just say fuck it and get away from everything.
I don't know. This Silver
West
Hammer
Africa.
stuff is kind of crazy.
So shall we head west where we haven't been and forget
say
the
we
leads on the moonstones?
I say we head west. Oh, no, we do kind of want to know what the Moonstone does a little bit. It is intriguing.
I mean, we can circle it. We could even head off-road. We can disappear into the plains for a little while and just go off-roading.
Well, that might be a good way to get there, but what if we do this? What if we go... We're going to continue to be hunted by these Silver Hammer people until we get rid of that hammer, I say, pointing at the hammer. So, we should figure out if we need it for anything, and if we don't need it for anything, we should take a ship out to sea and drop it off the side of the ship into the deepest part of the ocean we can find.
We'll just be able to find it.
I think we should... You make a good point in that we shouldn't allow this hammer to fall into the wrong hands. But we need to think carefully about how we protect it. Like, if we drop it into the sea, they may have, if they have powerful spellcasters, they'll just track it down.
Then we can
pull it out
bury
of
it
the
beneath the
depths.
mountain. We can find a way to hide this for good. But
Yes.
I don't want to be hunted by these people forever, and I don't really feel like going and hunting them down.
But why not? They're really evil.
Yeah, if they're going around, well, I don't know what their connection is. I mean, we put down this necromancer. And
Well, shouldn't we
put an
find out
end
more
to
about
his-
them?
Okay, where are we having this conversation? We need to move.
All right.
Are we west, east, or
No, you're in the stable.
Out
You're
in the
taking your
wilderness.
horses.
yeah? We're mounting up and we're arguing about where we're going.
All right, where is that one place that the crazy 2,000-year-old bear man told us we should go check out?
The last remaining guardian that hasn't had its memory erased.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at Jagged Tooth, which at Gold Fort, and
Yeah.
Zial said Black Fort, right, Chucky?
No, it's the actually roll me a intelligence check if you want to recall that. It's in the middle of a combat.
I'm gonna go look at the VOD later.
What is the weather like in this region? What's the visibility like? Like, is it
It is
foggy
I-
or is it clear?
At the moment, it is clear. There are heavy rain clouds building up in the sky, but it seems like
You can see clear to the right, so we can probably see the mountain range off in the distance, like maybe
You can-
100,
yeah, you
100
can
miles
see
to the northeast. I point to the mountains and I say that that's where, somewhere in those mountains, supposedly the oldest Moonstone Guardian waits. At least
With
according to
presumably
Haggard.
some answers.
Or we can take to the trail.
Let's go to the last Moonstone. If we might want to travel off
Yes.
the road for a little while. I have, I think, 10 days worth of food.
Yeah, I've got about a week's worth. We're good.
Yeah.
I am down to 30 pounds of rations.
Yeah.
That's a fuck ton.
That's 15 days worth.
We're good.
Let's go.
Okay, so we mount up and head pretty much due north, I guess, out of town,
Do you
into the
get-
plains.
You don't get spells back after short rests, do you? Or long rests, do you?
Long, you get them out of long
rest,
rest,
yes.
not a short, unless you have features that allow you to.
Yeah. I get some back after every short rest.
And I get channel divinities, but not spell slots. I think you only get them at long rest, Neil.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Well, we've got a little break. I wanted to ask. I see that you've added a war god for purposes of Solemn. Is that retcon to this campaign as well? Should I assume?
You gotta
that...
talk to Chucky about that, man. I don't know.
Yeah, we're using the gods from that.
Yeah, but in the last week, Neil has added Bellum, a neutral war god, or actually just a lesser god who's a war god. Whose sister is Velratha, yada yada yada. Added some symbols. I think it's meant to be the god that Jeff's war priest, worships in Solemn.
Yeah, it's also gonna be.
Or is it for Age of Strife or something?
Yeah, it's mostly for Age of Strife.
Okay, but anyways,
Also,
do we want?
wary of solemn spoilers.
Oh, I mean, okay, whatever.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. My bad.
It's like
I
that's
said
like the least
I
spoiler
said
thing ever.
nothing. Yeah,
Yeah.
it happened last week on. I mean,
I would say
it's been knocking
I would
back.
say go with the stair. Continue on with the stair.
sure. I'm not going to retcon my own god, but I'm wondering if this god exists in the universe or if.
Yes, it does.
Okay, so there is a lesser war god, but I am still a priest, trained to be a priest of a stair.
Exactly. Okay, awesome. So, do you guys just head due north?
Sure. I don't know how to get there. I
I mean, we don't. None of us know. He's somewhere in the mountains north of. There's I guess a dwarven fort, like a dwarven castle, basically
we
due
left
north
town
of
yet?
us. Yeah, we're riding our horses into the plains.
I don't think you've actually left town yet. It's still.
Yes, we have. I mean,
Yeah.
unless someone
I
in the
mean,
party
we've been
stopped
talking
me
for a little while, but that doesn't necessarily mean that
while
we've
we're
actually...
moving.
Yeah,
I
but it
declared
may
that we
take
had
20
to-
minutes to ride out of town. You know?
Yeah, it's not that big of a town. Anyway, I declared that we were riding out of town. And no one rejected
My
it.
question is whether or not we've actually managed to escape town in the time that we've been talking. Because if we're
You
still in
guys-
town, I'm going to ask someone how you get, how to get to the dwarven fortress.
Yeah, you can find somebody to ask.
You know what?
The
I ride up to them, almost ask them something, then say never mind and leave them alone.
Much smarter.
Yeah. I catch up with the party and say, let's just head for the mountains. Even if we travel off-road, we should eventually be able to find a dwarven fortress somewhere. We'll find a road eventually.
okay.
Yeah, it looks like this is open plains, and we should have I mean, it's probably about 100 miles, but you can see a mountain from 100 miles away. At least if it's a good sized one.
Interesting. Okay, good. Martha, you do not know much of the dwarves in the Northern Mountains, but you can easily assume that they kind of make their homes as like similar to the ones in the Castle Mountains, just forts or cities near the mountains or in the mountains themselves.
Okay.
Okay, that's all you know. You know nothing much of the mountains. You have never been.
But we
in
can
the-
see them, right?
Apparently,
Yes.
I'm oblivious to dwarf history.
We go towards the mountains.
I mean,
You can
it was
always,
described
you can always
as
history check. Yeah, you can always history check if you want to find out more. This is all the general information you have. Of just know everybody, every dwarf knows this.
17.
Okay, so Goldfort is the oldest dwarven fortress ever. It has been through countless wars, and it has never fallen. That's the legend of Goldfort. The Hammerwatch dwarves are the ones who keep Goldfort, and they are said to be a very reclusive, secretive group, even among the dwarves. But they are stout and honorable, and have always been known to march up with the forces of good against evil when they were asked to.
good to know. Do you share this with the party?
Yeah, of course.
Awesome. Are you a mountain dwarf?
I am. I admired them as a kid. Oh, the stories I could tell you, the fairy tales we grew up with. They're kind of like the superheroes of the dwarven world. Mark is a little bouncy. He's super excited. He's like, "Yay! I knew living home was a good idea. I get to go to Goldfort."
So, are you from somewhere east of here, like somewhere in the Castle Mountains or something like that?
I believe it's southwest.
Southwest. Yeah.
The Crag or something. Yeah.
The Crag.
Yes, from the Crag. I don't know where that is, but still. Somewhere.
I believe it's southwest of here.
Yeah.
Awesome, yeah, continue on. So do you want to say anything else?
No, I think we're trotting off into the plains,
Yeah.
Awesome.
roughly towards the
So-
mountain as best we can.
You start traveling.
We don't actually need to go to Goldfort unless we want to resupply there or something. Because I think we have to journey into the mountains somewhere, and somewhere up in the peaks is a moonstone.
Yeah, Haggard said that the dwarves of Goldfort would know how to find the sage, so we should go to Goldfort and ask the dwarves. That's what he said.
Bum bum bum. Yep. So traveling away.
Traveling away. Okay, good. You guys start traveling away. Go, horsey, go. And
Hi-ho, Silver! Away!
okay, your first journey. How much can you travel with your horse and there's an actual thing I
What are we
think
talking about? Chucky horses or real horses?
real horses
These are
and
not
Ivy.
GM hacked celestial fairy horses.
5e horses. Then I think there's a table on this.
It's under Overland movement. There's a little discussion of it, I think. So, Justin, did you decide to take stats or feet? Are you still thinking?
I'm still thinking.
Stats! Stats!
I think
The original
stats are the best way to go, unless you have a specific feat that benefits you.
Well, the specific thing I'm thinking of does have an okay benefit if I have plate mail, but I don't have any plate mailing.
Yeah, that shit's expensive.
I found travel case at the Dungeon Master's Guide contains more information on special methods of travel. God.
Yay! All right, we're just gonna suspend the campaign until December, so
Yep.
we can, figure out.
So
how we
I
get
mean,
there.
just use typical. I mean, just use real world knowledge is how they seem to approach this overland movement.
So-
like
yeah, so
they give you some basic ideas, but I mean, you can just look at that and be like, okay, fast pace is 4 miles an hour. Okay, that's like a brisk walk, a nice hike or whatever.
Well, you can also compare the horse movement rate to the human movement rate, and then just multiply that out.
Yeah, I think the best way is just think what a horse can move in real life. Like like 50 to 100 miles a day is not out of the question for a horse.
Do we have horses or war horses?
We
We
have
have
riding,
riding horses.
We have riding horses.
which is actually better for this sort of thing, I
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there
Train
an
on-
actual riding
train on-
horse entry?
Yes. Yes, there is in the.
In the
Okay,
back
their
of the
speed is
page.
60 feet, which is double that of a person.
So let's just double the
You can say
daily
at
movement.
normal pace we can go 50 miles in a day. At fast pace we can go 60 miles in a day, but that's ridiculous. You should be able to go 100 miles. Well, maybe not 100 on a random horse. On a
Well,
trained horse, you can
it's
do
4
100.
miles if you don't stop to sleep, you can do 100 miles in a day.
Oh, how
So
many?
4 miles, so 8 miles an hour for a horse if you double the fast movement. So if you go 8 miles an hour for 24 hours, that's like 200 miles. So if you go 8 miles an hour for 12 hours, that's
So do you guys
getting
do you
close
guys
to 100
take a
miles.
do you guys
So
take a fast
I think we take a
pace?
fast pace and
Wait a
get
minute.
the-
This book is this is ridiculous. If you
What?
travel at 2 miles an hour, you can go 18 miles a day. That's meaning you walk 9 hours. But if you
Yeah.
travel at 4 miles an hour, you can only go 30 miles in a day. So you're not traveling for 9 hours.
I
You're
guess they're
traveling for-
assuming you take more breaks. I wouldn't take these. It seems to me like they don't want you to take these as hard and fast rules. They're mostly giving you suggestions for, a baseline overland movement. And if you want to get more into it, it seems more accurate to just
I would say-
use real world knowledge.
if we're really trying to move, and these useless horses that haven't been doing anything their entire life, if they're actual
They've
like
been
horses that are
resting-
used consistently, we should be able to push 50 miles in a day on a horse, no problem.
Yeah, the horses are well fed and they've been tended by the stable boy for the last couple of days, or for the last day or two.
Well, they're
right?
well fed and well exercised. They're
Yeah.
they're frequently used. These horses should be able to push 50 miles in a day, easy peasy.
So why don't we go to fast pace for the next couple of hours?
Yeah, I think
And
we could
as
probably.
soon as it gets dark, make camp like 50 miles north or so. However far we get.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, you get about 50
So we
miles.
get a penalty of 5 to our passive perceptions. Is
Yep.
the penalty for going?
Our horses get a penalty of 5 to their passive perceptions.
I think
Okay.
I'm behind that argument.
Yep.
Because
Though
we're still
not
on
going-
horseback. If anything, we're higher up than we would have been before. Our perception should be boosted by sitting on a horse.
I agree with that.
Okay, so we get normal passive perception and the horse just gets tired.
Also, I think I am going to go with stats. I'll save the armor feat for level 8.
Once we can actually afford all the plate mail that we want.
Mm-hmm. That's the plan.
Awesome. So okay, and you guys just make camp. You travel a long way. Let me just make out to see how about the idea of how much you traveled.
It looks.
Okay.
I mean, we may get lost along the way, but it looks to me like it's probably just over 100 miles from Woolroth to Goldfort. You really need a scale bar or something, Neil. That could be.
Yeah.
Or like a measuring feature,
there's
or
a
it's not
great
meant-
many things that need to be fixed with this map. I'm actually
Can I say that
considering
at
scrapping
your pace-
everything and redoing all of the cartography maps because I don't like how they are right now.
I think at your pace, you're gonna make it. Once you can figure out maybe 3 days to the mountain walls, to the mountainside.
Okay,
Maybe 2 days and a half, something like that.
Yeah. that sounds reasonable. I mean, we probably have we'll come to some impassable.
Yeah,
whatever.
you're not gonna.
To go around the hill or around the giant ravine or whatever we bump into in the plains. So
Okay, so you guys half during your journey. There is a small river with a bridge that just jumps into your way. Look, as you come out of a
the
small
river
north-
jumps.
River jumps.
Wait, so I take it there's a road near this bridge then?
No, yeah, we're in the
There's no
middle.
road.
We're in the
Through the
middle.
middle of
So why is
This
there a
all- this-
bridge over a river if there's
bridge?
no road nearby?
this bridge is very old. It does not look decrepit at all. It's very passable. It looks like it's been tended.
I slow the party down and discuss this because It seems
is-
to me like this bridge appeared in our path. Like
Yeah.
where there's this river that just stretches for hundreds of miles with very little, no one around. We haven't seen anyone in a day, right?
Is this
We
the
have
same
one
day or is this the
Okay.
next day?
This is the same day.
Okay, the
About
first day.
6 hours into your travel.
Wait a minute. Then it should be nighttime.
Yeah, let's
Because
make camp.
we went to go to the caster's player.
So we're going to
left
rest
in
by
the
the creepy
morning.
bridge? It was literally
let's-
dawn. Their ceremony started dawn.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
dawn.
so-
that whole thing probably took,
1 hour.
some time. Then going back and then talking with them. That probably took like 2 or 3 hours. So 6 hours on top of that. Actually, no. It's about 9
How
hours
wide
after
is the-
dawn.
How
6,
wide is the bridge or is the river?
15. Probably like 3 in the
The
afternoon.
river itself is 13 feet wide.
13 feet wide.
That's like the little bit wider than a car lane.
All right, I'm gonna jump the river and avoid this bridge entirely. I think that's what I suggest to the group.
I say, why don't we just go upriver a little bit and then cross? I don't want to be anywhere near this bridge.
Yeah, let's go upriver and jump.
Yeah, we'll go about half a mile upriver and then
So
ford the river or jump the river, depending on the depth.
We found a river while heading due north.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not on the map. The map is not.
It's on.
I mean, the map is very coarse.
Okay.
So it doesn't
Okay,
have-
the
Where's horses in
itself
the monsters manual? Or sorry,
is-
player's handbook.
it's
riding
in-
horse.
It's at the end. No, it's actually
Under R.
it's at
It's under R for riding.
it's
That's
under
16
equipment.
strength. So the horse can jump the river. What does it take to? Do you have to make like an animal handling to command the horse to jump, or
Wait,
will it
why
just
do you want to jump? Why don't we just ford?
Because then that haven't you played Oregon Trail? You do not want to ford the river, but if you jump it, you just don't even have to worry about it.
All right.
D&D version of Oregon Trails.
I'm going to let
on
you
kegs
break
attack,
your
you have
horse's
died.
legs while I ford the river.
I mean, the horse has enough strength to jump 16 feet without any issues. It just has part of
Including
normal.
carrying your fat ass and all your gear, he's going to land on the other
Is
side
he
and snap
covered?
his knees.
16 strength. Okay, but
I ford my horse.
okay, I am going to dismount and stare my horse down and try and invoke my innate animal handling to convince the horse to jump across the river
And then wait.
Try and do that.
separately, like on its own. I'm gonna like see if I can give him the signal. Go horsey, jump, and smack him on the butt.
Without you on him. He just
Yeah.
goes off without you.
Shit. 8.
Okay, you smack him on the butt, and you're like, yeah, and he just like starts running downriver.
Get back! I chase him down. Get back here! No, wait.
We sit and laugh and wait.
Okay, I
he
spend a
easily
few
gets out.
minutes rounding up my horse and getting him back. Oh, horses can totally swim.
Yeah, I don't know why
So
you're...
I see if I can.
Okay, how about this? Chucky, I walk up to the river. How deep is it?
About 8 feet deep.
Okay.
Is it fast flowing or slow?
It is slow flowing.
Okay, I just swim across it in my horse. Horses can totally swim.
Yeah,
They're very
Yes.
strong. They can swim with a rider on them.
yeah. I ride my horse across the river as it swims.
Okay, so full of water-soaked armor and everything.
We don't get wet. Maybe our legs do.
Yeah, our legs get a little wet, and we'll just dry off on the other side and chill for a little bit. I mean, we need to take a break while we ride anyway, right? So we cross the river and then take a break drying out, eating food,
If our,
drinking
if our
water.
glorious fan art is any indication, Bowen doesn't have armor on his legs, just glorious, glorious hairy calves.
Someone want to leak the fan art again for us?
Is that
Yep.
Stephen Noble, shout out for his awesome fan art.
Yeah, it's in chat right now.
I love it. No one has ever seen the lower half of my body. I'm always just this disembodied head. But somehow Stephen has managed to impeccably draw my own legs, just using solely his imagination. That's exactly how my legs look.
Yeah. I've seen that.
I typically wear a skirt too. It's right now I'm wearing a skirt, but you viewers will never know.
Okay. So, you guys just ford the river easily after laughing a bit at Bowen, and you continue on your journey after eating something.
Yeah.
That was the question. Okay, good. Well, the night comes, the sun sets, moon comes out. Do you guys make camp,
We
or do you run through
successfully
the night?
avoided the trolls under the bridge. Excellent.
I think it was a magic bridge that teleported or that like appeared in front of us.
I think it's...
That's my theory. We'll be telling tales about this bridge to our grandchildren.
If you really thought that, you should have asked him to cast Identify on the bridge.
I think
Yeah,
it's a
it's
bridge
better-
full of
it's better
DM
as a
hacks, and we should
mystery.
avoid it at all costs.
All right. So we light a fire.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yep.
Um,
So how does your watch go tonight? And if you want to do anything else, like interact, talk, or anything,
I think each of us takes 3 hours of watch while the others sleep for 3 hours. That gives us a total of 9 hours, but each of us gets 6 hours of sleep and 2 hours of watching, which is all we need. Or I can meditate for 4 hours, and then you guys can take 2-hour watches.
Order. You order.
222 is fine, right? Is that what you said?
I was going to say 333.
Okay,
Or
sure,
I can do
333.
4, and you guys can each do 2.
Yeah, it's 224. That's the standard.
224, yeah.
We've been doing
Yeah.
it.
Right. So again, order between Bowen and Martha, I guess.
I will watch for 4 hours, and then I will wake up
Okay.
Bowen, then I will make up Martur.
That doesn't
Okay.
work.
So
Why not?
I think because doesn't casters. Oh no, you can interrupt your sleep in this edition,
Yeah.
right?
yes.
You just need 6
Or
hours.
fine, then Bowen goes, then I go, then Martur goes.
But I don't actually think it matters. So we can. do
It
first.
doesn't.
Yeah.
yeah.
So Theron for 4, then me, then Martyr.
Well, I think Bowen should either go first or last because he doesn't have dark vision.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Bowen, why
I'll
don't
take-
you go?
I'll take first. How about that?
Yeah, perfect.
While it's still like sundown.
Okay. Get on the sundown, and any interaction you guys want to have before going to sleep?
Ooh, can we fight a giant seahorse?
That is not an interaction that we can engage in.
Okay.
I'll start like a conversation about how satisfying it was to kill Zial, and hopefully his minions
sure
brought him
he's
back from the
dead?
dead so that we can kill him again.
Good.
Double the experience. Maybe he'll even be more powerful next time we fight him.
Maybe he'll have a better spellbook, and I can
be
steal
a
that
more
one too.
glorious battle.
Point is that I think we're doing the right thing, and I think we should keep doing the right thing.
And not killing innocent, unarmed people.
Whoa, who said innocent? Innocent.
Not killing unarmed people.
Just because they surrender doesn't mean that we have to spare their lives. Look, I agree. Some of those people should have lived. Whatever. It's behind us.
Just saying.
Okay.
Just saying.
Awesome. And well, end the night, and after about 1 hour, maybe 2 hours, I'd like Bowen to give me a perception check.
So this is middle to end of my watch.
Goodbye, Bowen. Goodbye. Ooh, all my HP's up. If it's the end of Bowen's watch, my HP is full.
Yeah,
no,
mine-
it's mid Bowen.
Doesn't matter. I have had my 4 hours of meditation already.
No, 2 hours.
No, this is one
no,
to
it's
hours in.
It's 242.
But,
Oh, that's
but
right, you're
I am
taking your
going
first
to
one.
use
Shit.
a. Oh, never mind. Okay, RD20 plus 4. 19 on my perception.
You hear a screech and a hoot in the night, closing in close to you. You don't know.
It continues to hoot. Okay, I kick the boys awake.
You managed to
Wait, hold on a
kick-
sec. I pause before kicking the boys awake and listen to the sound for a second more. I stand up. I've got my shield on. Draw my flail and listen. You said does it just sound like an owl?
It sounds more like a screech of an owl.
Okay. Do I see anything within the light of the bonfire?
Within the light of the bonfire, you see nothing.
So maybe I'll hold off on waking people until I have confirmation. Does the sound continue?
The sound continues. It gets closer. Do you do anything?
Did you wake us up?
No, I haven't woken you up.
Okay.
I
Okay.
guess I'll ready an action to wake up Theron
Cool.
and then Tur when I
Okay.
see if a size medium creature walks into my vision.
And
Medium or
And-
larger creature, you mean?
Medium or larger creature walks into my vision.
in your vision walks a creature,
Or flies
a
or
large
swims.
creature, a creature with
Okay.
purple.
What's the radius of the bonfire? I would have.
About 20 feet. No, 30 feet fire, 20 feet dim.
Okay.
If I remember correctly.
So it's 50 feet from us, and I kick Theron awake and kick Martyr awake if I can do them both in one.
A bear with the face of an owl. Purple feathers coming out of it. A sharp beak and very sharp claws. It screeches again at you, and it prepares to charge.
Can I have used that hour as a short rest and expend a hit die? Or did I miss my opportunity to declare such?
No, you need to declare that you use a short rest.
I'm basically in the midst of a short rest, is what I'm saying.
But you have not spent your hit die. Because why would you have spent your hit die if you're resting for a long rest? You would seem silly to spend hit die, then you're only going to gain half of them back.
If you get interrupted, it's probably better to burn through your hit die at the beginning of your long rest.
If you have extra hit die, if you have at least half your hit die, you can use whatever is left over.
Okay, never mind. I don't use it. It's fine. Okay, whatever. I'm at almost. All right. So do I wake them both up or just one? I guess I can shout. I can be like, "Boys, get up!" Kick.
And on that note, we should go to our final break. Not knowing whether or not the boys are going to wake up. But they'll probably come back to town eventually. No? Okay.